Iconic fashion moments. The Versace jungle dress. Red carpets in the late 90s and early 2000s were a sight to behold, always a toss-up between chic and chaotic. It was an era when fashion was going through a new wave of creativity and experimentation, and as a result, we wound up seeing legendary red carpet looks like this, and this. Can you imagine if someone showed up in one of those outfits today? It'd be mayhem. At the time, outfits that became cultural talking points were few and far between, but the one we'll be talking about today caused a big enough stir that even as an elementary school kid with no cable, I heard about it. Designed by Donatella Versace for her spring 2000 ready-to-wear show, the entire collection was inspired by the tropics and Grecian silhouettes, as seen by the bright and bold colors like orange, green, and pink, along with jeweled accents and skin-bearing designs. The second to last look from the collection was the aforementioned jungle dress. Without a doubt, one of the most memorable dresses of the collection, and perhaps one of the most iconic dresses from the early 2000s. The sheer chiffon fabric was printed with bamboo and tropical leaf patterns in various shades of green and blue, replicating the effect of a jungle canopy. The dress featured long sleeves, was backless, and had a low-cut neckline that went past model Amber Valletta's navel. It also featured a bejeweled crotch detail. The dress, a favorite of Donatella's from the very beginning, was worn by the designer to the 1999 Met Gala, and the gown was also chosen for Versace's print advertising that season, where it was again modeled by Amber Valletta. Later that year, in December 1999, Sandra Bullock wore another dress from the collection. Similarly to the jungle dress, it also featured the tropical print, but in a red colorway. This dress was sleeveless and the neckline was a touch higher than the other, still sexy but a bit more conservative, at least in comparison. Sandra Bullock's stylist at the time, Philip Block, said in an interview, quote, "For her, it was stepping out of the girl next door box. She felt like this was her Naomi Campbell moment. She was feeling like a fashion model. She practiced her runway walk and giggled and laughed through the fittings. She wanted to definitely do something fashion forward." I'm kind of upset that Sandra's take on the dress isn't the one that people caused a hullabaloo over, because I absolutely adore it. The green print is a touch predictable when it comes to tropical inspiration, whereas the red version is not only eye-catching, but kinda looks like lava at first glance. In January 2000, ex-Spice Girl Geri Halliwell wore the jungle dress to the French NRJ Music Awards, but failed to garner even half as much attention as Jennifer Lopez would just a month later in the same dress at the Grammys. I think part of the reason for this is one, Geri chose to wear the outfit at a very young award show that didn't have much emphasis on fashion, and two, her styling was a mess. The dress was very soft compared to Ginger Spice's usual edgy, sexed-up look, so the dewy, fresh-faced makeup wound up making her look like a teenager trying on a dress at the shop. Plus, it didn't really fit into the aesthetic she'd become associated with as the punky Spice Girl. In fact, I actually thought this was a picture of Emma Bunton, Baby Spice, at first. The long, straight blonde hair also distracts from the most eye-catching parts of the dress, its plunging neckline. Instead, she should have been styled with loose waves to really sell the beachy, tropical look. Now for the one you've probably been waiting for and possibly even dreading. In February 2000 for the Grammy Awards, Jennifer Lopez showed up to the event in the now infamous jungle dress. According to J.Lo, the dress was a last-minute decision. Her then stylist, Andrea Lieberman, presented her with 3 options for the evening, and Jennifer immediately fell in love with the green Versace option, much to her stylist's chagrin. Andrea pointed out that several other people had worn the dress previously, and back in the 2000s, there was nothing worse than winding up on the cover of some random tabloid along with the words, "Who wore it better?" But Jennifer insisted on the dress, and that was that.
I said, this is what we're gonna wear. This is it.
Besides walking the red carpet in the dress with her then-boyfriend, P. Diddy, Jennifer also presented the first award of the night alongside David Duchovny, who joked about the outfit on stage. J.Lo mentioned that at the time she hardly felt the outfit was risque, but the audience and the rest of the world couldn't help but vocalize their concern for her potentially falling out of it. The following day, JLo's dress was all anyone could talk about, and according to former Google CEO and executive chairman Eric Schmidt, it was their most popular search ever. At the time, Google had yet to create an image search engine, and they credit this green dress to the inspiration behind it, simply because they had to find a way to give people what they wanted. The jungle dress made Jennifer a fashion icon and, in a way, a household name. And the following year, when hosting SNL, she wore the outfit again. The dress now lives in JLo's closet, along with many, many, many other Versace jungle printed pieces. And I'm not saying it's overkill or anything, but 20 years after it first appeared on the runways of Milan, Versace decided to bring back the 2000s for their Spring 2020 collection. This sparked the official return of their now famous jungle print in both green and red, with many of the looks taking direct inspiration from the original collection, none more so than the final outfit of the show. Worn by a now 50-year-old Jennifer Lopez, this new rendition of the jungle dress manages to show off even more skin than the one she wore to the Grammys all those years ago. It retains the low-cut neckline, but the long sleeves have been replaced by a puffed, almost 80s-esque shoulder. Other details like little three-dimensional flowers were also added. I won't lie, I don't like it. While there were aspects of the original jungle dress that I could appreciate, this new version seems like a parody of the original that relies heavily on nostalgia and pop culture knowledge. Does JLo look fantastic in the dress? Of course. But that doesn't mean we need to keep trying to recreate the original moment, because honestly, we've seen it referenced enough. While Jennifer seems to love the look, wearing the new jungle dress on an SNL appearance in 2019, I have to wonder if she and Donatella are trying a little too hard to hold on to a moment where they were influencing the fashion industry. I've seen other celebrities wear the green Versace jungle print recently, including Dua Lipa, Normani, and Demi Lovato. But honestly, it rarely makes an impact, at least in my opinion. If people insist on wearing the Versace jungle print, I wish they'd at least try the red colorway. I think it's far more interesting and doesn't look like something American Apparel used to sell back in 2013. What are your thoughts on Versace's jungle dress, and which iconic fashion moment do you think I should cover next? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!